Coming to you live from the back of Mars Records, somewhere in between the R and the T of the vinyl, it's Greg Simoneau. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the local scene for having me. It's great to be here at Mars Records. Smell that vinyl. So good. So old and musty. Big shout out to Dan in the booth. All right, Plymouth, let's get it. Oh, let's get it, Plymouth. So I was driving my car the other day to McDonald's. So just divulging that information right off the bat. You know, getting a little intimate real soon. It's not too important, though. Don't worry about it. I'm in my car, you know. I see a guy come running down the street, you know, big guy, jogging, sweaty, muscles, jogging, you know, working out. Not making me feel bad about my choices, not at all, you know. I'm still headed my way. And I start to think, you know, did he leave the house without his shirt on? Is that how he started? That's a bold move, you know, if he did. Or did the shirt pop off somewhere along the jog like a Incredible Hulk situation, like, and are there going to be tattered rags up ahead? Is that what I'm in for? Is that what I'm going to look forward to? Probably something in that area. Don't think too much about it. Then a couple days later, my friend's like, hey, have you seen so-and-so? They're working out. They're getting big. They're an MMA fighter now. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Doesn't he run by the McDonald's? Yeah, I think I seen him run by the McDonald's. Yeah, he's looking huge. Doesn't even look in the window. No. Doesn't even second glance it. Yeah, not at all. Doesn't even look at the signage. You know? He's just working out. I was out, you know, probably getting gas. You know, my car was on empty. That's what I was probably doing. I was out. You know, it's hurricane season. You know, don't be stuck on empty. You know, that's why I was out. That's where I saw him. You never know when a tornado might pop off. You know, or a shirt might pop off. You never know. Just want to be ready. Just want to be ready for that. You don't want to get caught in the vortex. You know, the vortex. You want to look out for those vortexes out there. You don't want to be a vortex victim. You don't want to be a VV. You don't want that on your headstone. You ended up a VV, vortex victim. You don't want that. So yeah, MMA fighter. So yeah, if I gave you my list of MMA fighters, yeah, he wasn't on it. Nope. He's probably, well, to be honest, I only know like a few MMA fighters. You know, number one would probably be Conor McGregor. You know, then I'd go Brock Lesnar. I know him from wrestling. And then it gets a little weird. Third one, I don't know. Bo Slice, Kimbo Thrice. Is that a person? I don't know. Is that a guy? No. Is that two guys? I don't know. Is that just a bunch of words? I don't know. Maybe. But good for him. You know? I'm tootin' for him. You know? Wish I didn't say that. Wish that didn't come out. No. And, you know, just because me and you know him, you know, doesn't mean they're going to make him champ of MMA. You know, they're not going to make him king of the fighters. They're not going to crown him MMA champ just because we know him. You know, rooting for him. And sometimes, you know, the biggest guy, you know, they only last like 50 seconds or a minute. Just because you're big doesn't mean you're going to last. I wouldn't say that to his face, you know. Hope that's not what comes out of my mouth when I'm staring into his gorgeous face. Hope I don't say that. Hope that doesn't slip. And he might come back, hypothetically. He might hypothetical, he might come back like, you might only last a minute with your wife, and I'm like, whoa, that's rude. He might come back with something like that. Then, I'd have to be the bigger man and say, I'm sorry. Didn't want that to come out like that. Sorry about that. But, if I was going to put money on it, if it's him versus the field, the smart money's probably on the field. Just saying, that's probably where my bet would go. If I'm over my friend's house watching this MMA, we get it out on the app. Guys want to place some bets, make this interesting? All right, let's see. There's our friend's name. Okay. I'm going to keep on scrolling. Don't see anything here I like. Nothing seems that lopsided to me. I'm going to go ahead and put that away. Don't think I'm going to place a bet on it tonight. Yeah. So we're going to watch this. Are we just going to watch his match, or are we going to watch the whole pay-per-view? You know what I mean? That's another question that comes up. Should I call home? Am I not making it home tonight? Probably not. We're going to stick it out. We're going to watch the whole thing. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. And so other people are asking me, they're wondering, is it just chips and dip? Or should we bring anything? Should we go get some food? They're just wondering, are we ordering food later? Are we going to wait for his match? Is it like a theme? Should we get like a mincemeat pie? Would that be something? Would that make us take our mind off it? You know what I mean? Later on, we might be in the mood for lasagna. I don't know. See this guy get his face beat in. I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll want. Is it too late to get it catered? These are just questions I have, Have we really thought this out? Is this what we want to do? I guess we're in it for the long haul. Oh, boy. Thanks, Plymouth. Be good. You're going good so far. Oh, boy. So, yeah, then I start headed back towards, I get up to the McDonald's. I get up to the menu, and I'm just thinking about that guy. If I run into him here, note to self, don't walk to McDonald's. Don't walk to this location. Don't want to run into him. Don't want to get snapped in half. The odds were not too good that I was going to walk to this one, but just wanted to have that mental note there just in case. Just in case I don't want to run into his sweaty body, Don't want to get lost in his gorgeous eyes before I go get my lunch, Yeah, he could probably snap me in half on my way to McDonald's. So I'm at the menu and I'm thinking, in honor of him, maybe I should just order half my usual. You know what I mean? Don't know. Maybe that'll be fun. Maybe that would be good for me. Maybe I should do that. And I'm thinking, I've never taken a cheeseburger and snapped it in half before. Would that be fun? Would that be satisfying? Don't know. Would it snap or would it just bend? Kind of start going off on just the different thoughts, I've never taken the 2 cheeseburger meal and just squished the life out of it. Never done that before. Maybe that would be fun. Would I still eat it? Not sure. Might be still appetizing. Don't know. What else you got up there? Oh yeah, looking at the morning menu, hash brown. Could break that in half. But then you see the potato come out, and that would be gross. Don't want to see that. Take the apple pie, snap that in half. See the apple goo come out. That's gross. Looking at the nuggets, maybe break those in half. Maybe that's how I should eat them. Maybe I should make them 2 bites. That's probably, doesn't say that on the box. It's not a recommendation, Probably should make that my own rule. Should probably make my own rule. Should probably go that way just on my own, Treat myself right. Now I'm looking at the large fries. You got to get a large fry with that. You'll break those in half. Then again, that would be gross to see the potato come out. So I start to make a deal with myself. If I get to the end of the fries and there's like a half fry that's been like double cooked and it's a little crisp, I'll break that in half, right? And that'll be my workout. And that's how we'll do that. So, comedy's been good, It's not paying all the bills, so I have to do something else. So I got a little job doing the mail, delivering mail, So I got the hat, I got the pants. Ordered from the catalog, probably paid too much. Paid for shipping, Got the shirt. And my supervisor said, Greg, you're a rural carrier. You're only going to be going to a house every 200 feet. You don't need to wear the uniform. You can wear whatever you want. I said to him, no thanks. I'll wear the uniform. Yeah, I want to look good out there. Have some self-respect, I got my truck. Got the truck going. Take a little dustpan and broom, keep that nice, sweep that up, make that looking good. So I go out there. I go up to a house, and punk kid answers the door. I have a certified letter for you. You all right? This punk kid answers the door. He's probably 15, Maybe he's 23. I don't know. He's home during the day. All right, whatever. He said, I got a letter here for your mommy. You know what I mean? It's just a certified letter. You signed for it. You can have it. Nothing is serious. She probably forgot to pay her GameFly account for you. Don't worry about that. She'll catch up with them. They'll catch up with her. They'll be all set. And he says, I'm not signing that. I don't think you're the mailman. And I was like, what? Hold on. You don't think I'm the mailman? I got the pants. I got the shirt. I got the hat on. There's my truck over there. And he says, yeah, anyone can get the costume. Anyone can steal a mail truck. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So you think I bought this costume, stole a mail truck, federal offense, just so I could get you to sign a mail slip, and I'm giving you a letter? That's what you think's going on here? No. And I'm like, all right, I'll play along. Okay, so even if I did, all right, say this is all a ruse. Say this is a big scam, okay? Tell me, how much is a signed mail slip worth on eBay? Say Justin Bieber signed it. I'll give you Justin Bieber. How much are we looking at? I'll give you a high price, top dollar. You're looking at about $175, all right? That's the high price. So you're saying I came all the way down here, right? Costume and all, stolen mail truck, to get $175 off eBay before fees, before they take out the fees. I did this, and you're not even Justin Bieber, okay? There's no way. It doesn't make any sense for me. What am I netting here? 150, 148.50? No. So I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write on this slip here. Punk kid won't sign this. Now his mommy has to go down to the mail office, burn half a day easy, so she can get this letter, and please give it to her. Thank you very much. So I give him that, and you give this to your mommy, then she can go get that letter. And that's how that worked. I don't have time for this. I wouldn't. I didn't really write that on there. Just the thought that the mail truck wasn't proof enough. No, kid's a character. So, how we doing out there, Plymouth? Still with us? Great to be here at Mars Records. Oh, thanks. Beautiful crowd. Yeah. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods the other day. It's a nice place. They got a lot of stuff in there. A lot of nice stuff. A lot of high-priced stuff. A lot of product. We got a lot of products in there. Went in there. Nice people in there. Go in there, see my friends, I see all my old friends, baseball, volleyball. Those are my old friends right there. Hockey, tennis. Had to break up with these people there. Turned out to be abusive relationships, No. Every time I went back to those sports, they'd hurt me. I was on a men's softball team. Well, co-ed, sure, but not. And used to slide, and I'd have that scrape on there the whole season. And then into the next season, I would still have that scrape on there, That's what I get for sliding in shorts, Shouldn't have done that. Remember when I was a kid, same slide, same scar, same cut, It would be healed by the next day, all right? So that's a little bit of a gap there. That's what we're dealing with now. In volleyball's knocked me out hard a couple times. Tore Achilles. Just went back recently to it. Oh, twisted the knee again. Went down hard. Still feeling it. That was 4th of July. Sometimes I'm out there limping, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Then I went over to hockey. I still wear my hockey jerseys, but I can't get ice time anymore. Now my ice time is just getting a cup of ice. That's my ice time is now. It's just me enjoying some ice. Me asking people, "You got ice time?" Yeah, you got. How much time you got left on the ice in your cooler? That's our ice time, right? And then tennis, that's a big ask. You're not going to be running around hitting a ball in tennis now. And then tennis is trying to get you to change to pickleball. So if you want to be that guy, I guess it's cool, but no, I'm not trying that out just yet. So, walking around, go around, see some nice people there, There's a girl there, sure, I'll talk to her, I don't care, So, what's your name? So, she just points to her name tag. Oh, this is her name. Oh, that's good. Nice to meet you, She walks away with a smile on her face, Not creepy, not at all, I could talk to women. I'm married now. I could wait on myself. I can get waited on in dicks. Sure, why not? Or I can just walk right by you. I can walk around, help myself, look at stuff. I don't know. Sure. Yeah. That proves I'm good with women, Sure. Why not? So I go to the sneaker section, They got some nice sneakers there, cross trainers, a little pricey, little commitment there, a little bit of a price tag on those, I don't know if I want to pay that much. I'm just gonna put them on and then sit down, just gonna find a nice place to sit once I put those bad boys on. Then I'll probably walk those nice new shoes right back to my recliner. That's what I'm gonna do, Wish I didn't spend that much money on them. Then I'll sit down and I'll probably take them off. I want my feet to be comfortable. You know what I mean? No. That's what my night's looking at. We'll watch somebody play. Watch the Olympics. I don't know. So now you'll see me in Dick's. I'm in there for looking for cups now. Stanley cups, Yeti cups, anything to keep me cool, that's the commitment I make to myself now. I'm not going to train, but I will stay hydrated, A nice new standard. I think that's the investment. That's what you want. I think that's going to be a big Christmas item, cups. That's what we've come to. That's what we've gone to now, just some cups. They also got tents. A lot of tents in there. I don't know who's buying all those tents. I don't need one. I have a house, I'm not sleeping in a tent. I haven't fallen on that hard of times. We'll see. We'll see if I need one. A little pricey. Everything in Dick's is pricey. There's not one thing in Dick's where you look at it and go, yeah, that's a good price. You know that going in. You're like, well, it's a good price for Dick's. That's about right. Oh, and then I'm over at the cornhole. That's sure I already have my own boards, but look, they got some nice new bean bags. Some that they try to sell you that the pros use. There's pictures of professional cornholers near it. I don't know. You're supposed to know these people? I don't know. I mean, how many cornhole people are there? Let's see. It's probably as long as my list of MMA fighters. Conor McGregor, Brock Lesnar, and then Bo Slice, Kimbo Thrice. Probably the same people. But yeah, if I got those bad boy cornhole bags, $60, come with a nice little tub to keep them in, I'm going to cornhole events, I'm a pro. I feel like a pro. I'm doing good. Where do I play? In the backyard at cookouts? I'm playing against my nephew. Hey, yeah, don't touch my bags, all right? You get the old musty ones. You get the stinko ones. You get the ones that came with it. Those are you got. No, you can't use these. This is competition. This is competition style right here. You're in for a beatdown. Oh. Yeah. Dude, what's wrong with you? If you're spending $60 on 4 bags, for cornhole, what's wrong with you? I don't know. You're serious. You're not in my league, Good luck for it. Good luck to you, But sometimes I get out to the checkout. They're like, "Oh, do you have a phone number with us?" All this stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, I get some emails here. Do you have any coupons?" I don't know. Is there a coupon embedded in this email somewhere? I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe you can touch it. I don't know. What is this? Is that little barcode there? Does that scan anything? Does that do anything? Just looking to pay like a slightly lower price, Just looking for 10% off. I don't know. I get an email a day from you guys. Just give me a few bucks off. I don't know. It's not worth my time. And then I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if you noticed this button, but it says, how long did you wait in line at Dick's? It's like a 1 through 5, like not long, too long, yikes, very long. And that button comes up, and then it's an electronic question. It's not the cashier. They're watching you though, and you're looking, and you see that come up. You look at them. You look down. You could lie for them. I don't. I always put, "No, I didn't wait. I want to get off. I want this transaction to get off on the right foot." You know what I mean? You pay for your stuff. You pay for your overpriced cornhole bags. And then it comes up. It says, "Round up for charity." That's a new button they like. Sometimes if your total ends on a 99, the round up for charity is only a penny. What are you gonna do with that penny? You guys want that? No. I don't know. Are they hoping that you'll end on a 01 and then you'll have to round up 99 cents? Yes, that'll make our day. That's a good day for Dick's. Yes, someone rounded up 99 cents. Yes. So that's the big one. That's the one they're waiting for. That's what they're looking out for. The 99-cent roundup. So So sometimes I say this to dicks, this is my impression of you, electronically. Spare change, got any spare change? That's you. That's you, dicks. That's me. This is essentially electronically. You're like this. Spare change for dicks. I don't know. That's what they are like. Hypothetically, electronically, they're begging for change. And sometimes it says custom too. Like, oh, press that button. How much can I donate? Will it let me donate $1 million? Can I donate up to $1 million? Are you set up to take that $1 million? Is that too much? Does the button go up to 10 million? Just thinking. If a few of my investments pan out, I might make good on this donation. You know what I mean? Let's say if I win the lottery 5 times, about 5 times, then I'll get you guys your $1 million for charity. It's not even like to feed the homeless or something. What is this charity? To get to get some sporting goods to like inner city kids? Is that what this is for? That's what I'm hoping for. I hope you guys are using it for that. I don't know. Thank you, Plymouth. Thank you, Mars Records. We're almost coming down to the end of our time here, though. You guys have been great crowd here. Just listen to me talk about dicks. I love it. Thanks so much. I was gonna get into this. I don't really have time for this bit, but when we were kids, we didn't have fancy video games and tablets and stuff. All we had was lead poisoning, That was our game. Don't you get lead poisoning. Hey, you kids, don't stab each other with those pencils. It was just a constantly trying to avoid lead poisoning. That was our game. There, I got it in. All right. Oh. You guys have been great. You can catch me in the upcoming film Cage Fighter 2000. And my muscle friend will be played by Kingston's own Chris Cooper. You guessed it. That's right. The MMA daughter will be played by the beautiful Florence Pugh. And McDonald's guy will be me. So check that out. Coming to theaters soon. Cage Fighter 2000. Thank you, Plymouth. Thank you, Mars Records. Thanks, Dan in the booth. Thank you, local scene. Good night.